Good morning, I'm Hasker Nelson. In the late 1940s, the phrase rhythm and blues began replacing the term race music as the general description for the non-religious music indigenous to the country's black citizens. What we know as today's rock and roll began as rhythm and blues style music performed by non-black performers back in the 1950s. On June 6, 1999, a historic event took place in New York City's Harlem. The occasion was a gathering of over 100 surviving R&B pioneers from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. They came together to have their picture taken together for what chief organizer Arthur Crier sees as another step toward publicly recognizing R&B pioneers for their contributions to American culture. What is the importance and impact of the original oldies R&B music? Well, it's so timeless that we still hear some of those original songs or imitations of them in today's TV commercials and in TV storylines. We also hear lots of them as theme music for motion pictures, and they're embedded in many movie plots and backgrounds. Arthur Crier, himself a doo-wop group singer from the 1950s, worked closely with Eugene Tompkins and Beverly Lindsay to pull off the day's events. Andrew Fredericks, an East Coast producer, videotaped the day's events and was kind enough to send us some footage for today's program. You'll see many R&B icons from yesteryear, hear a couple of stories about way back when, and you'll be treated to some impromptu street corner doo-wop concerts just like the ones that used to spring up right here in Cincinnati in the 1940s and 1950s. While we don't have time to name all the old groups represented on June 6th, we'll whet your appetite with the names like the Mellows, the Cadillacs, the Chords, the Harptones, the Moonglows, the Orioles, the Ravens, the Chantels, the Five Satins, the Wrens, the Midnighters, and the Bobettes. And remember, that's just a few who were represented on that great day in Harlem. So that's what's Most of us have heard the 1955 hit, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, recorded by Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, but did you know the original title was Why Do Birds Sing So Gay, or that Frankie Lyman was not the original lead for the group? Here's the story of how Lyman got that role, as told to event organizer Arthur Crier by Jimmy Merchant, an original member of the Teenagers.
So then George Goldner called us in. He said, okay, now, guys, what do you got? And there's George Goldner, you know, his long, pointy shoes on, embroidered shirt with Gigi there. Jacket was off. You know, he was a real sharp guy. The office was dingy, small. That didn't last long. You know. So, you know, as you know, he was an independent operating on the outskirts of the majors, Capitol Decca. And so he says, okay, let's see what you guys got. Now Barrett had told George Goldner that you need to hear these guys, and at the moment, Goldner was interested in Spanish groups, but because we had two Latin people in the group, Joe Negroni and Herman Santiago, it was a way that Barrett could get us down in there to let him see the group, you know, and of course Sherman Gons and myself. So, and Frankie Lyman singing in the background. So we sing all those things that we had on the radio, that we practiced on the radio. We didn't know that the guy would ask us for something original. So we said, when he said, well, what do you got original? So we said, okay, we've been working on Mr. Goldner, Am I Fooling Myself Again? And we've been working on this song called Please Be Mine, and this song called Why Do Fools Fall in... Well, actually it was called Why Do Birds Sing So Gay? And he says, okay, well, let's hear something. Let's hear one of those. Let's hear your original. So we tried to fake through this original thing, you know. So he says, okay, fine, you guys are good. He says, hey, now Frankie was short. Sherman was 6'3". Frankie was under 5 feet. And Frankie was outstanding, you couldn't miss him, and he was very, you know, outgoing. You could see him, and he was cute. So he said, hey, young fella, what about you? You got a high voice there. Can you sing a lead? And Frankie stepped up to the bat. He said, yeah, Mr. Golden, I can do anything. What do you need? No problem. There were no problems, you know, with Frankie. He said, let's see you do something. So what about this song, Why the Birds Sing So Gay, you know? Frankie, from my recollection, winged this song called Why the Birds Sing So Gay. And we winged the harmony in the background. And at that point, he says, okay, from now on, you're singing the lead. Richie, bring him back in 2 weeks, and we're going to record them. And the rest is history. That's right. That's his story.
Some of the groups represented got their start back in the 1940s. Warren Suttles talked about his past.
We started in 1946 at the waiting tables in the 400 uptown on 140 St. Nicholas Avenue. Our first rehearsed song was Dogtown Stutters Ball. Jimmy Ricks was waiting tables on the piano on the railroad track. And I was walking around doing what I do best, loafing. But we finally got started. We found Leonard Hughes, and we tried a few people. But we came up, we finally got started. And our first appearance was at a benefit. I think it was the 6th of December, 1946. They put us on stage behind June Christie, Nat King Cole, and Stan Kemp. And we walked out there, it's unknown. We had a song that we had recorded called My Sugar Is So Refined. This is where your rhythm and blues started. My sugar is so refined, she's one of them high-class kind. You should see how she holds a cup of tea. And Ricky said, we're just two fingers, watch, sticks out three. And he came down to the cellar, he shook the whole building. You know everybody in that stood up? Yeah, I never had nothing like this before. And from there we were gone. So we came back on an engagement at the Apollo, and we did Old Man River. Sal Oliver's band, Billy Cobb's band, piano. We got the groove going, and we got the groove going. Everybody in that group was in. So Sal Oliver was saying, what'd you say, babe? So with Old Man River, so what'd he do? He keep on rolling along.
As the over 100 R&B performers from the 40s, 50s, and 60s began gathering in Harlem for their group photo, the atmosphere was electric with excitement similar to that of a family reunion. The footage we received from Andy Fredericks takes you and I for a walk around the festivities where we can actually just watch and listen.
Okay. Right in here. Yeah, he's representing the ring.
All right, can you get us?
I guess somebody got us.
The Jewels and the Oreos.
And the Rainbeaus. And the Marquis.
And the Marquis.
The Jewels, the
Oreos,
the Oreos. Name it.
Rainbows. Rainbows, Marquis, Jewels. Marquis. Me and Martin gave it a group called the Marquis. We had a record out called Wire Up or OK label. Yeah. And who was it? John Burr? Yeah. John talking about you all the time, man. Yeah. You gotta give me a number to give to him, because I know you ain't gonna be up to him.
That's terrible. Oh, that's Arthur Crier. I spoke to him on the phone. He's with the Memo. Okay. That's wonderful. Oh, you are. I mean, you are a fan. She is too.
That don't play Raven records, or don't play the Oreos, or don't play the Mills Brothers, don't play Louis Jordan, don't play none of that, Count Basie, don't play none of that stuff.
In essence, Motown is rock and roll. They don't play nothing on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's terrible. You have to go to programs that are not for profit, like WRHU, Radio House University, that plays New York doo-wop music. And Lauren, your group, the premier pioneer group of New York doo-wop music.
Trudy, I'm sorry. My friend's girlfriend. Hey. You remember Gail?
It look like the mafia.
Ah.
His hair look like a
Come on, girls. Come on over here. You can get another one, Freddie.
Why don't you get one in front of the doo-wop?
Grayson. Hey, Domino's.
Domino's. Yeah, that's milk.
Grace, oh my God.
This is Gary Lewis.
You know, I met you.
And I met
I had a dance group in Boston, Basin Street.
Okay.
Oh my God. God, we go back. That goes back a long way, man. With the Gary K. Lewis Review. And you know, that just blew me. I was at the gym one day, and your daughter was there working out. She told me that, you know, she was your daughter. Right. Just blew me away totally. I said, well, I'll be darned. I said, here I am working out with Milk Race and his daughter. Blew me away, man.
Get this together. The original teenagers right here.
Hey, Jimmy, don't go away yet.
Hey, Pete. Oh, man. Pete Graves is here. The Moonglows are here. And Barbie oh, man. I was going to say, the last time I saw his daughter was little. Okay. That's the finest tenors in the business. I'm trying to smile. Hey, what's up? The tenor. That's right. That's right. The tenor.
Oh,
Oh, man. This is exciting. This is exciting. This is exciting. Legend.
Well, that short tour helped us get a feel for the atmosphere on June 6th. When we come back, back in the 1940s and 50s, right here in Cincinnati and in many black communities nationwide, good weather was accompanied by impromptu street corner performances by talented neighborhood groups. Here locally, the street corners of Lincoln Heights provided stages for the Isley Brothers. Walnut Hills neighbors got to listen to Otis Williams and the Charms, and that was about the same time that West End residents were treated to impromptu street corner performances from Luther Bond and the Emeralds. Yours truly even spent a little time harmonizing with a group of buddies at the corner of Fredonia and Werman in Avondale, and later as lead tenor for the Four Palms in Southern California. So watching folks just break out in street corner song on June 6th would have been my favorite part of the day. Here's a sample of what we missed.
What's your name? I've seen you before. What's your name? May I walk you to your door? It's so hard to find a personality with charm like yours for me. Everybody know that song. What's your name? Yeah, that's it. Thank you very, very much, man.
To my Sunday dreaming, all my Sunday dreaming, every minute, every hour, every day. I'm hoping to discover a certain kind of lover who will show me the way. I wanna love a true strong. I wanna Sunday kind of love.
interview Richie Barrett right there. He's the one that discovered the chantels and everybody.
So fine, yeah. My baby so doggone fine. Send cold chills up and down my spine. Whoa, whoa, yeah. So fine. She thrills me. She thrills me. She thrills me, yeah. My baby thrills me all the time. Loves me, come rain or shine. Whoa, whoa, yeah. So fine. Well, I know she loves me so. Well, I know. Because my baby tells me so, oh, oh, so fine. So fine. So fine, yeah. My baby so doggone fine. Send cold chills up and down my spine. Whoa, whoa, yeah. So fine. So fine. So fine. Oh, McDonald. Oh, McDonald. Oh, McDonald. Oh, McDonald. Oh, Miss Mommy, quack, 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 and someday, oh, biggie, biggie, oh, biggie, biggie, oh, biggie, biggie, and oh, biggie, biggie, oh, biggie, biggie, oh, biggie, biggie, and them biggie, biggie, they were making anywhere, oh, biggie, biggie, oh, biggie, biggie, oh, McDonald, McDonald, oh, McDonald, McDonald, oh, McDonald, McDonald, oh,
And of course, the real focus of the day was the actual shooting of the photograph itself. To complicate matters, there were hundreds of spectators and photographers also on hand for the event. The official photographer was Eli Reed, who, as you'll see, had his hands full trying to get over 100 people to stand still and look in the same direction at the same time. But what better way for a group of singers to get focused? Break out in song, of course. You'll see.
Hello? Wait! We're waiting for 50 more people, I think. So I want you to stay on this side, but I think you just stand in the shade for now. Now I'm going to arrange you. And I want you sweat and dying out here, right? Okay? But everybody stay on this side of the street. Because if you get over there, it gets too crazy. Okay? You know what you do? You can stand in the shade. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stand over there in the shade until we get ready.
Find a piece of... But all the singers get over here, all the groups get over here, all the cameras get on that side over there so we can start. On that side? On that side, on both sides, they want the cameras. But they want the singers over here.
Not everybody go Everybody stop. I need somebody down there. Oh, God. Hey, everyone in our singer, get out of the way. Now! If you're not singing, please back up. If you're not singing, get out of the way. If you're not...
Like what else?
That was pretty good.
Get down. I want them to get out.
We get down, that's all. That's better?
All right, back up, camera people, a little bit. Let these guys take this shot, please. You must stay down there. Stop complaining, you're in the shade. Look at the camera, will you? Doing good. Come on, look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Everybody over here.
Smile. For how long? This is a piece of work. It's got to take time. There we go. Okay, everybody look at the camera. Sing your song. Well, the event organizers tell us that copies of the photograph are being donated to New York's Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture, the Smithsonian Institution for African American History and Culture in Washington, the Archive of African American Music in Indiana, and the Sickle Cell Foundation. Those organizations will eventually make posters available to the general public with the picture and the names of its participants. If you're interested in being contacted when such posters are available, send your name and address on a postcard to Black Memo R&B, 500 Central Avenue, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45202, or you can just simply email your information to hnelson@wcpo.com. And that's all our time for this week. I'm Hasker Nelson, hoping you found something of